Guyz over here.
Recording.
He's got dreadlocks. Come on, man. Put some feeling into it, bro.
That is your thing. That is your stitch.
That is
I
yours.
think Dave is waiting on the show. Come
No,
on,
you're
man.
good. You're up.
All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of the High Vibe, guys. You have me, Drummond Booz. You have Asa Bay, Get a rest of the intro. This is your thing.
Way to freeze up. I got nothing.
There we go. Please stop putting all that pressure on me to do this.
What's up, y'all?
Jeez.
Asa Bay, the scholars in the building. And then you got your boy, Akil, black only wearing Tally.
Bong, bong.
Yeah. That was
Bong, bong. Philadelphia print work.
Bang,
Right here.
How many black companies you got on right now?
3.
3?
Yeah.
4 with that necklace.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got that bracelet?
Yeah. Man, I got this from Cape Diablo. I don't think that's black. It's they support indigenous women. So
Okay.
they are made by women.
So we could kick somebody out the club and invite them?
What?
Like the black delegation?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Who we kicking
So
out?
confused. What?
Who said Dave Chappelle?
Terry Crews
Oh yeah, he gone.
and Dwayne Wade.
He been gone.
Oh, we kicking Dwayne
Terry
Wade.
Crews.
Yeah,
been
man.
gone.
I seen something this morning. He talking about some, I take back my comment about Nick Cannon because I'm not down with any hate, anything, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, boy, come on, man. Shut your
Just
old
be
rich
quiet.
ass.
Just
Right.
be quiet, D.
Anyways,
Just be quiet, D. Wade.
part of my attitude.
I was gonna say you got to quit putting all this pressure on me with the damn intros. Like you make me nervous now with the intros. Like the expectation is like ridiculous.
Man, I don't know, man.
It's like a 20-minute segment of the show now.
They used to just flow.
They don't. They never flow. I
plant
always
guy.
stutter through it.
What is happening today, though? We have something drastically different happening today.
See, and he taking over the forum. This is why we rehearse first.
And it always works out well.
Hey,
It works out better than this.
Booze, you could say it way better than me. You like how I put power back in his arms? The power is in your hands.
Yes.
Well,
Who is sitting to my right? For those who cannot view
with the
all
with the
this
shoulder
energy in the
shimmy,
room.
we got Tim Farah. Did I say that correctly?
Tep Farah.
Tep
Yep.
Farah. Me and Akil actually had a whole conversation about how to say your name before you came here.
It's hard. That's where everybody comes
And that's what he told
What
me
did
to say.
I say?
That's what he
I
told me
said-
to say.
Whoa,
He was like,
whoa.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say her name.
I applaud that.
Thank you.
Farah.
What
I
does
just
your
want-
name mean?
It means harmony.
Harmony?
Mm-hmm.
You familiar with the Sephiroths, right?
That
The
is
tree-
the,
okay.
It's the, it's the heart.
Mm-hmm.
The sun, the heart, the superhero. So for those of you who are not familiar, real quick, just
I should have known. I still knew that.
15, 20 seconds
I was
real
trying
quick.
to just be, you know what I'm saying? Harmony.
She's going to take a detour. She's trying to be humble right now.
Boy.
But the thing is, the reason why she can't be humble right now, she can
Oh
could
my
try, just like you could try to go outside when it's raining and not get wet, right?
Wow.
You feel me? But this is the thing. Most people don't know this. This will go over scholars, a lot of people, whatever. It doesn't matter. The truth is coming to the light. Most religious systems and blueprints, masonry, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, all of these different religious institutions and ideals that people value and worship and drive off of and use nowadays come from a ancient template that we call the tree of life. Some people call it different things, the Kabbalistic tree. And all of these different circles or spheres or sephiroths on the tree mean something. And all of them are significant. Just like you can't say the brain is more intelligent than the liver and that's more, okay, yeah, everything is important. However, when it comes to that superhero role, right? Remember Hancock the movie? And then remember the Lion King and all the superheroes in all the movies? That template, that sphere right there, how you say it one more time? How you say your name?
Tep
Tep
Farah.
Farah.
Somebody had the genius idea to name their daughter Tep Farah, which actually corresponds to that superhero sphere underlining all your favorite
I didn't
movies.
know you knew that.
Come on, man. Stop playing. We had to do our research. But anyways, Tep Farah, a.k.a. the superhero, superwoman, super lady, Wonder
me out
Woman
the
about to
water.
bring it to us. And this is just a preview before she communicates to us what she does and what her passion is. How we all can benefit from her
Bong,
passions and her services this lifetime. I'm ready.
You thought me
You
and
are
Booze
ready
was
for
gonna,
once.
You thought me and Booze was gonna blow your head up.
Lord have mercy.
Yikes!
Let me tell you something. Asa do not give intros either. He normally just like sit back and like let me stumble through it. But that was different.
Unless it's somebody that he
That was
hired.
different.
Yeah,
He
unless
went to
it's
the
somebody he
ancient.
hold in high regards. He did
Wow.
others.
I'm gonna
He did-
tell you
oh,
like
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
yeah.
like
So-
this. Otta, that's my dog for sure, for sure. Holla. But this is the thing, man. I done been to many classes, workshops, blah blah blah, all these different things, learning my ass off since I could remember.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is when I watched this lady do a presentation on foraging and plant identification, I was literally taking a picture at every slide in my notebook's pages was like getting filled front to back. And people in the class was like, "Can I see your notes? Can I?" And I was like, "Damn!" That at that moment, he knew
You know
she
what?
was the truth.
I know where to
For
come
sure.
when I need an ego boost.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Say
So
it.
you- how
Like,
blah,
knock,
blah.
knock.
It's real though.
Yeah, me and my queen already be not arguing, but we be like on each other's head. Like, did you talk to Tefera? When is she gonna do one of those workshops with the camping and the food sovereignty and the So you out here, you a household name in some households for sure. Yeah.
I
Bong,
love
bong.
it. I love
Yeah.
it. God is good.
Now we can calm this intro part down. And
Thank you.
You can say stuff.
We should have did a drum roll on that.
That was fantastic. That was
Hey,
fantastic.
man. When you the truth, you the truth.
Hey.
The
Oh
light.
my God. Y'all ever seen a light person turn
man.
red up in here? Thank you, brother. Thank you. I
Sure,
appreciate
sure.
that.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Well, you want me to jump into me? Or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Yes.
tell everybody about yourself.
Sure. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
where do I go from there? Well, currently I work over at an organization called Keep Growing Detroit. I'm a co-director there. I also sit on several boards in the city. I know Booze through the Detroit People's Food Co-op. I sit on
I know you through the Food Policy Council, actually.
Yeah, well, I used to sit on that board.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I also sit on a board called Black to the Land. So we trying to get people to forge a different relationship with nature. You know what I mean? So bringing us back to the land.
Where's Dave with the bombs and all the?
You get the bell for him.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand how many problems that's gonna solve in itself. Can you say that one more time? People's what?
People's relationship with nature. Yeah.
That might go over your head if you're a
Yeah.
bozo.
And
If you got-
this connects from last episode with the whole being in tune, because that's what we kind of bounced around that topic just a little bit.
Yeah.
I ain't had nothing else to say. That's all the eyes on me.
Ooh, it's about to be real
Oh,
in depth. I remember from last episode. It
Yes.
was really,
All I'm saying is this: we had basketball players doing XYZ, football players getting paid millions of dollars. Like, this is the type of person taxes need to be going to.
Oh,
You
wow.
feel me?
Oh, I'm for
Come
that.
on. Look at the problem. Look at the problems
facts.
on the earth. Look at what you're doing,
Yeah.
and then put two and two together. It's not that complicated. If people
Yeah.
got some sense,
Yeah.
this is where energy and attention
Well,
needs to go to.
that's where it started for me because I was on this spiritual path. I had the locks down to my. Can we cuss on this show?
Yes.
Yeah,
Locks
buddy.
to
Yes.
My ass. Had the head wrap up to the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? And I was kicking all the philosophies of how to do this and how to do that and who we are.
Black power, brother.
Yes.
Mhm.
And that's all good. But then
But-
one day my power went out
Mm.
for several days, and I was like, oh, wow. The whole city went out. I don't know if y'all remember that blackout about
Yeah.
2004.
Yep. And I was like, oh, I think I'm doing something. And at the time, I was super revolutionary. I was like trying to burn this motherfucker down. Okay? I was like writing stuff to the creator, like, it's time for them to go. Burn it up. Let's go. But then I realized if that happened, a lot of us gonna perish because we don't have a relationship with the land right now. You know what I mean? We're very disconnected. So that's when I started picking up like how to forage out here in these urban streets. I was living in a neighborhood where I had a lot of vacant lots. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, what can I eat over there? You know what I mean? If I had to, what can I eat over there?
You literally thought that. You literally was like, yo, I'm about to go to this lot over here and start digging through the shrubs.
I did.
Hmm.
I did. Because
You
I was
different.
Yep.
Different. She different.
I wanted to be free from this system, and I know that a certain part of our liberation comes from our freedom, from our independence from these systems. You know what I'm saying? These systems often don't have our best interests in heart. You know what I mean? And so we're going to have to form new systems. Okay, so we have to get real practical about that shit. You know what I'm saying? We have to get, it's a certain level of spaciness, and we get there and we do that, and that's one level. But then we got to get grounded to, okay, if we're going to hit some nationhood, how we going to feed these people? You know what I'm saying? How we going to build houses for these people? I'm talking about real skills. You know what I mean? So if we got some land right now, what would we do with it? We gonna die. A lot of us gonna die. You know what I'm saying? If every white person, every devil on, whatever, perish right now, are we gonna survive? Because we have lost our connection with nature. You know what I'm saying? And now what I do know, when I go outside, and I'm in the sun, and I'm in the grass, and I'm in the dirt, even in Detroit, even the grittiest place, you know what I'm saying, in this nation, I get a certain sensation. I get a certain healing from that. You know what I mean? And I want all of our people to get that. When I was growing up, I went camping and things like that. Come back to the hood, like, it feels different here.
So you did have a little exposure before coming into this revelation as an adult then?
I mean, I went to summer camp. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my peers didn't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of my peers didn't get out the city and do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be at summer camp. It's all girls. I don't care about my hair. I don't care how dirty I'm at. I ain't take a shower all week, but I'm out there in nature. Fire. Nah, it was all white folks at the camp.
But I think
I was the only little brown thing.
you just touched on something. I think it was like an introduction to nature at a young age that gave you like a connection to a comfort to be able to walk out.
And I want my people to have that.
Yeah.
I want my people to know that that's for them.
Yeah.
That space is literally for them, and they're actually literally paying taxes for these state parks and things like that. We need to utilize them because that's a part of our healing, and that's a part of our liberation is reconnecting with the land because she got shit to teach us. You know what I'm saying? She wanna tell us what can heal us, what can feed us. She wanna tell us those things. You know what I'm saying? But we can't hear it. Because we listening to Doody Bop and Da Da Da. You know what I'm saying? We can't hear it. But she's trying to give us messages. He like low-key talking to us.
Can you just come on like every time we do a show? Can you just be the
What's
fourth
gonna be 5
episode?
guys and a girl? Or 3 guys, sorry.
Hey, we can add 2 guys if you want to. That's how you want to do it. It's funny because like I know you ain't trying to. It's like you was listening to the episode we had before, and you speaking in detail about everything we touched on lightly.
That's how it
Talked
works.
about people being too comfortable, remote controls, lazy boy chairs, robots doing everything, and that resulting in weakness. And then here you come like showing the strong points and how to connect.
Definitely. And we can do it right in these vacant lots, boo. That's where I started.
It's that simple.
Like I'm like walking down my block, I see vacant lot. Okay, so when you have certain perspective, you're looking at it like, dang, that's messed up. But then when you look over there, you see chicory, and you see green ass lace, and you see something you can heal your baby with, some plantain. You like, oh, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And oh, she talking to me. And oh, what's that? And it's this curiosity. You know what I'm saying? That happens, and you like, oh, that's burdock root right there. I paid $13 for it. Dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom.
Can you speak on that? You said something able to heal something. Like, what? How does nature work like that? Like with that healing aspect for those who don't know, that just think like plants is boring, or if that's that vegan shit she talking about. Like,
no, I feel that for me, it's a spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's different avenues. We are a people that needs a lot of healing. We all know that, right? We can deal with these issues. We can deal with these issues in our community. We can deal with the issues that's coming to our community, but at some point, we got to deal with the issues that's inside of us. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of healing to do. I find like we can't even do business with each other. You know what I'm saying? Without getting into some conflict, You know what I'm saying? That's why it's beautiful. 3 black men doing their thing. I love it. You know, I've been like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder what they're doing. Because that's what we need unified, right? Yeah. We can't unify until we get this shit off of us.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying?
I swear to God, everything we touched on, we talked on solidarity just before this, you know what I mean? And being on the same page. Shit, you might, Akil, do you really need to be here anymore? Oh, God.
Hey, man.
God.
Wow.
Don't feel bad. This is every episode.
It's every episode.
Is that how I
And
got
and off air.
And off air.
So it's just life then.
Yeah. These are my friends.
Akil is irreplaceable. Man, Akil has this like certain level of like intellectual comedic genius that you just can't replicate. You can't buy it on the shelf, and it's essential to today's times, man.
They needed to do that That ego worked for me. As soon as we left here,
Didn't you know
I'm going
this?
in the house, guys. I'll see you next week. Talking to you guys.
Man.
Oh,
Speaking of these brothers who might be watching the show, I'm telling you right now, it's not my blood sister. However, I've earned she gained just that much more respect since she came on the show. We're going to make it a point to see that she can only marry a king, a prince, or a ruler of a country, or somebody you worry about.
You would have to be on that
sucker
level,
ducks
bro.
out here, y'all busters.
yeah.
You would have to be on that
Y'all might
level,
as
bro.
well turn your screen off.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
You couldn't come with
Can't-
nothing less.
Nah, bro.
Thank you.
And
Thank
my
you, brother.
queen in the dojo too, so she gonna pull up the swords and the straps with us too. So yeah, we got our eyes on you.
Okay, thank
No
you, brother.
sucker ducks. It's a
Okay.
wrap.
I'll bring him to the show first, and then
Boom. There you go.
How y'all
they
feel
just
about
gotta
him?
come
Can-
get
can you pass the
interviewed.
test?
They
Okay.
gotta come get interviewed.
Okay.
That would be a
Facts.
great
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
That would be fire.
Sure.
So what's your focus on right now? What are you working on right now? Like real big.
Yeah. So actually, I don't know if you guys heard or saw. We launched the Detroit Black Farmer Land Fund. So we were seeing that. Yes, sir.
Instagram.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Look at
It's going on our page
Well, let me
right
tell
after
you.
the episode.
So one of the things I do at Keep Growing Detroit, we run an urban farm, but then we also help and support people start gardening. So Akil might hit me up. I need some raised beds. Asa might hit me up. Let me get some transplants, sis. You know what I mean? So we help people start gardens. Part of starting gardens is yep.
It's gonna be on our page as soon as this episode is over with.
Yeah, so it's
Yes.
part of helping people start gardens is owning the land that they're growing on, right? You know what I mean? And especially here in Detroit, where the land is still pretty cheap. I want to make sure Detroiters get a piece of this because it's getting bought up quick. You know what I mean? And so, but oftentimes our people have a different struggle to purchasing land. So one of the things I do at Keep Growing Detroit is I reach out to people, show them how to navigate the land bank, and that kind of thing. So we started a fund. Our goal, our goal was 5,000 just to get a couple lots for a couple people. Look, we done got 55K
Wow.
off of GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? Because people know it's time. We dropped that on Juneteenth. So we got an application coming out. So if you're a black farmer, please follow us on Facebook so you can see that application and you want to purchase the land that you're growing on, so you're not displaced by development that's happening in the city. Please hit us up because we have funds for you to get that land in your name. You know what I mean? So
Please take advantage of that.
yeah.
What about a group?
Rewind real quick. Back to you said it was not a challenge.
Hold on,
but you said some
these-
type of you used the word. It was like hard for people to get or something like
Yeah,
that. It was
yeah,
challenging.
yeah.
Is that because of ignorance or is it just because the information is in certain places?
Well, for a long time in the city, we had a lot of vacant land, right? But the city wasn't organized enough to be able to disperse it in a way that was fair, right? So when you
Okay.
had when we was on the Food Policy Council, you had Hance purchasing up billions of lots. Hance was just a banking company out in Southfield purchasing them lots. When people who live here couldn't even, it was hard to even get in the system, right? Now we got the Detroit Land Bank. They're starting to organize things, but it's still, it's a lot of land. We got the most vacant land. A third of our city is vacant.
Right.
40 acres.
What?
Yeah, a third of our city is vacant land. So yeah. And if we,
I'm rewatching this show, taking notes for sure.
I'm just saying, if we grew on a third of that vacant land, we could feed our city. Our city would be independent of.
Let me ask you this then. We got the black farmer piece becoming established.
Mm-hmm.
What's the transitionary piece and what comes behind that? Because I always say a lot of us can grow. Then what's next? You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's all. How do we keep the process evolving? Because it has to be that next step in there. And what are your thoughts around that?
How do they get their food to the market? Or
Market, grocery stores, who's the vendors, who that next piece in the system, because it's got to be that's a piece of it.
Yeah.
Distribution,
Yeah.
What are your thoughts around that as far as the city goes? And is there something in the works to kind of address those next steps? Because I feel like we all got roles, right? And it was weird to be in this position that I am to do what I do. You know what I mean? Because it's not too many brothers who do what I do. So it's
Facts.
what do you think of as far as how do the farmers move forward? What's our next steps once we start to get that land. This is something because right now we gonna listen for real because we talk collectively about buying a plot of land for the purpose that you're doing. Like so, right now this is like class. I feel like we need to pay you for being
Black
here.
Farmers
Facts.
Fund. Application out next week. But like yes, so it's the skills to grow, which is for me. Yeah, what we doing in Detroit, but long term, what we doing as a nation, we need growers. We need people who know how to grow food so we can feed the nation. So until that happens, we here in Detroit, we growing food, yes. Keep Growing Detroit has a program called Grown in Detroit, and that we helping people get to the market. You know what I'm saying? So we can help you get to the market. And then I'm on the board of Detroit People's Food Co-op, starting our own co-op in the city again, restarting from back in the day, the co-op that was right down the street. Right there, we're gonna start on Woodward and Euclid.
Why don't you talk about the co-op just a little bit?
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah. I think we're at like
840 something.
boom. You know the number.
Yeah, I pay attention.
We are. Cooperative economics, right? We hear that. Anybody raised in African Center schools, you heard Kuji Chakalia, cooperative economics, boom, boom, boom.
So we not supposed to just do that for 7 days? We supposed to do that like the whole year?
It's a lifestyle, yeah. It's a
Damn.
lifestyle.
Okay. I was wondering why everybody started acting
It's not
crazy.
just a Christmas substitute. It's
Okay. All right, cool.
It's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's a long history of how do we succeed in this system that's not for us. This system, we can say what we want to say, but it's pushing us to unite. When we unite, we can navigate the system better. Okay, little stuff like, say you got AAA, right? Okay, you give me your AAA membership. We can unite on that. Say you got Netflix. We can unite on that. You see what I'm saying? Little things we can do to unite.
Yes.
When you and your queen, y'all married, you get more from the system when you're united.
Yes.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So when you work as a cooperative, working together, so we have members that come together. They're gonna make profits off the business. It's a cooperative business, right? So we're supposed to launch probably next year. I don't want to put a time on it because we got a couple funding situations that we're working on. But
a grocery store is an
soon,
expensive
ASAP.
venture, man. It's not cheap.
yeah, definitely, and you know that. And y'all all know that. Is that how y'all met, or y'all know each other outside?
I think I met you through Adora.
Yeah, I met him through Ada, and then I met him. We used to be very close partners at work until I had to smack the mess out of him one day, and then it just changed after that. You know what I mean?
Do you have video?
Whatever.
Yeah. Did Booze introduce us to?
We
interviewed you, fool.
Yeah, we interviewed you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for the first time I met you though?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
I just always thought you was cool.
Yeah.
It just came out on the air. Dang,
Yeah,
kill.
yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah. I was
And
like,
we kind of owe Ida for this because Ida told me, like, just hire him. She told me that, like, prior to you starting to work there.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so she
I
definitely.
got so many good stories that I'm gonna share at a later date of Asa as a customer. God, Asa was.
He's like,
I
where's the
Savage.
I hated his guts as a customer because he got such high food standards. So he would come in and look at our food like this, like,
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what's up, man? You want anything?" And he would always
I
be
just
with
want some
somebody,
juice.
and they would kind of have like a
Before
little
I-
conference off to the side, like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not going."
You're not gonna get them
good on
berries
that,
right
bro.
there.
Oh, we good, brother. Whatever, man. I put my heart and soul into this.
It was a sample of kale salad.
Oh man.
I got something in there for you, Asa, in that container I brought. It's some oregano in there because I know you know about that. I know you know about the healing properties of
Yeah,
oregano.
don't give me eye contact now. Do that off the air. God. She's feeling guilty and she give me eye contact.
And she brought me a tomato plant. So see how I did that, fellas? It's on
man.
there. It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna have to bring two more.
No, that's all right. I have tomatoes of multiple varieties growing in my garden. So
Yes, you
Oh,
do.
see, if you have
Flexing.
we get a garden going.
Man.
Flexing.
What's up with your garden, Akil? You've been
Oh,
talking about
man.
that garden for
yeah,
a
let's see
minute.
pictures.
It's like the baby version of the garden that Booze was flexing on the last
Okay.
episode in. But I'm doing good. I
What
got
you
my
got going?
tomatoes. I got tomatoes, eggplant, shut up, cucumbers. Man, I didn't know anything, so I'm a novice to all this. I didn't know anything about the critters getting to you.
Oh, they tearing my basil
Neem.
up.
Get some
Listen.
neem.
I'm
Neem.
hitting them with the neem.
Okay. So I had romaine and collards growing. And I put my collards out, and I noticed it was just like this fat moth that would show up, and he'd just be hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I go in the house, and like 4 or 5 hours later, I come out to water him because I water, and it's like little holes in my collars. I'm like, what the?
Yeah. Yeah.
They elevated, like no rabbits could get to it. It's rabbits in my neighborhood, but 3-4 days later, man, this moth destroyed my collard greens. Destroyed them. I came out there, it was just straight up stalks.
That's why now we got the luxury in society to be playing with this food game. You know what I'm saying? We can go out there and practice and mess up the collards. You know what I'm saying? At one point in history, like, we was dependent on what we was growing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, we might be back on that. You know what I'm saying? At some point. So get your practice on. You ever heard that saying? You can't free yourself until you can feed yourself. Yeah.
That's 100%
Show the
true.
food.
And I like you said that too, because like when COVID kind of dropped and people was bum rushing the grocery stores, and everybody was like, "Oh, I might need to start growing food."
Listen, we got 200 more gardens this year in our program.
Really?
Yeah, last year we had 1,600. This year we're at 1,850.
And you need volunteers, or you guys got that under control?
No, people sign up for the program. We haven't opened up the farm to volunteers yet. Like, y'all are still kind of opening up. We're doing the same thing, opening slowly but surely. So, but if you are interested in starting a garden, please hit me up. You can find us on keepgrowingdetroit.org, or you can hit me up, t@keepgrowingdetroit.org, to get an application, to get you some plants, to get you some stuff going. I'm happy to talk to you about it, because the more of us who participate in the food system, in the growing of the food system, the more you can appreciate the food that's on your plate. You know what I mean? The more you can get out there in nature. The garden is nature, right?
I'm definitely going to be hitting you up. It's a plot of land right behind my daughter's mother's place that they not doing nothing with.
Yeah. And it's work.
Yeah.
It's work, but you put in work and you get the fruits. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Could you speak on, I feel like maybe it was Antonio. We had Antonio on here before, too. We just argued for an hour. Could you speak on Black to the Land a little bit for us?
Yeah. So there was a few of us who was getting this call. You know what I mean? Who was getting this call to say, we got to get back in nature. So I had started organizing some camping trips on the humble, and a few other people in the community was doing that. And I was like, ooh, you know what I mean? I don't want to bump heads with y'all.
All my cells just started jumping when you said camping trips. I saw them pictures.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it'd be hype. And it'd be all black people. It's camping trips for all black. It's a space, an intentional space for black people, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, our white brothers and sisters, they can take over a space. You know what I'm saying? Or once black people see us white people, they're, oh, that's white people stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this space is for you. And guess what? You going to pop your tent, and you going to learn how to do it. Becky not going to do it for you. You going to go out there and get you a fish, because John ain't going to do it for you. You got this. You know what I'm saying? And this is our space. And guess what? Low-key is our space to talk about that revolutionary shit we got to talk about to get this shit popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, we at the campfire. We got a couple brews. We talking about how do we build this nation. You know what I'm saying? But that's, you know what I mean, on the other side of things. But getting us out in nature. So it's like right now it's about 8 of us at the table who had already been doing that work. We
like
got
the
to the table.
Ennead, here she going that ancient cosmic shit again. It's all good.
Is it, are there any brothers? Because every time I see our pictures, it looks like, it's like, I know it's Antonio, but like any black men.
Yeah. Actually, Baba Mudu, he's on the Black to the Land team. Baba Chris. Those are the top that I'm thinking about. Excuse me if I'm not thinking right now. Oh, Baba B. Anthony. He rocks with us. Yeah, he's Black to the Land board member. Bryce be rocking with us. So
Bryce. It's my dog.
Yeah.
Baba
Anthony
Clinton is a member of
come.
36 Chamber, by the way. Q.
Yeah, we know this.
Word?
Yeah.
Hey, what high school did Bryce go to? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So many luminaries in Detroit went to the same high school. I said that's
how
crazy.
I know the brother. I know this brother for a long time.
I'm glad you explained how you knew him, because otherwise I had questions.
Man.
Cass Tech rings bells everywhere. Anyways.
Wow.
Is that is that your fight song?
Probably.
So what do you think about changing the name of Castec?
I don't
fighting
care.
about
To
that,
I
man.
don't care. I don't care.
What they
Louis
changing it
Cass was a slave owner. He, you know, I don't care.
He was a slave owner, and he was part of the Trail of Tears. He
Yeah.
initiated that whole
Get
thing.
that.
So what about
I rock with I rock with what our people want to do. I'm not in, I'm not in holding, if that's a word. Is that a word? To the name or nah.
I was surprised how many people was holding on to that name.
No, I'm good. Yeah, and
I'm
some
like,
of
yo,
some of our class
Like that's
Facebook
the
pages and
first
stuff.
step
No, I'm good.
of liberation.
People were
Change the
getting
name.
upset, like
Attachment.
long dissertations to why. No, got no attachment to that, bro.
Just like a cast technician.
That don't change. Shut up. Shut up.
We
that
are,
don't change.
We are slightly bougie. Some
We
of
are.
us.
We definitely are.
Not
But
me,
that don't change the people I went to that high school with. That don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a technician.
It's the equivalent of like people fighting for that Confederate flag. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
It's like
Get out of here.
it's the
Why would I
heritage.
hold-
You're taking the heritage away when you say when you change it out.
That dude wasn't like my great grandfather, and not holding on to that.
Even if it was your
Change the
great grandfather, man, maybe you want to disassociate yourself.
Yeah,
from
if my great grandfather was a rapist and a murderer.
Yeah.
Like, nah, yeah, I probably don't want to.
very
Man.
random.
Probably don't want to be connected
Well, what
to
we
that
don't understand,
anyway.
and I said, okay, this, one of my brothers out here, when we say that name, we reverberate in the consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
We are uplifting an ancestor
Mm-hmm.
and what that ancestor was about. You know what I'm saying? So what do we? So that's an energy that the ancestor is holding the energy. Like right now, y'all holding the energy, right? Y'all holding the energy down for Black brothers right here. Positive energy. Okay. So when we depart, then we call on Asa name.
Actually, negatively charged hydrogen ions. It's more so like electrical energy.
Hey, scientists.
Sorry.
How close are you to Asa? Me and Booze are like immune to it. So you saw both of us like, oh God, dude. There we go.
I'm just talking smack, man. Come on.
This is him 24/7.
I'm just saying, putting that energy out there constantly, Cavs, or any of these street names.
Yeah,
It's a lot of street names. I mean, they got bad history.
And
You
people
know
will
what I
rep
mean?
it to the death.
Man.
So anyway.
I'm from Livernois. Where'd that come from, bro?
Man.
Where'd it
Yeah.
come from?
Yeah.
What's the
Yo.
origin of Joseph Campo? Tell me about him.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you
tell me
know?
about Joseph Campo?
Yeah.
I don't.
Joseph Campo and Livernois were some of the original French farmers here in Detroit. And so the way that the French colonized Detroit was to give land grants, free ass land
Yeah.
to their people.
Yeah. Basically, bring your ass here so you can. Yeah.
Bring
Did
your
they
ass
tour?
here. Livernois, Livernois, Riopelle, all them streets, all them French ass streets was likely farmers that was here that was given land to colonize the area.
Yeah. Bring your ass here so you can populate this area
Yep.
for us, so we can
For the
control
free.
this area
For the free.
for the free.
And that's why I'm like, oh,
That's a
black
lot- but that's
farmers,
a lot of
you get the
America, though.
land for the free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How long ago was that?
That was 1700s.
Yes.
Yeah.
1700. So
Yeah,
not
I mean-
too far from 1776.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit was founded in 1701.
So look, boom. So that is what, 319? Did you see that, Akil? You see how fast I came with that conclusion?
I saw you, my baby.
Renaissance. But no, my point. My point is this: 319 years might seem like a long time, but a lot of shit went down since 1701. Like a lot of stuff was made on the planet, changed, transformed. That's just 319 years.
Yeah.
If we just start implementing and putting that same energy and drive that we
Yeah.
put into the toys and the games and all the stuff that's fun, into dreams like this, visions like this, yeah, it's gonna work. Duh, it works already. They could see the
Yeah.
proof in the pudding. My point is, look at all the amazing things that we can do in the future, potentially, and how fast we can manifest it if we just come together and put together some ideas and some efforts, like
Absolutely,
overnight, bro.
absolutely. That's what I'm saying for the culture. Like, let's do this.
Come on, man.
Like, we going camping because we want that to be in the culture.
Yeah, right.
We brewing food because we want that to be. I'm not saying this. It might not happen. Well, with everything going on, it might happen in our generation, but it might not. But I want my kids to see me doing this. I want my kids to go outside and know what a tomato is out from the backyard. I want them to have that in their subconsciousness. You know, my kids.
Did y'all see that Instagram where it says something about like the children can identify more like games and stuff than fruits and vegetables?
Right.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
That just
That's
hurt my
real
heart.
though. That's real.
This is the average. Like, yeah, what is this? It might be cilantro or something. You ask the average grown up what cilantro is,
That's
they
true.
usually don't know the difference between cilantro and parsley or
That's
something.
true.
Like,
That's
it's
true.
crazy out
That's
here.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So yeah, for the culture.
Man.
Yep.
Shout out to all of those mad geniuses and scientists with all that bread, you know, investing in copy machines and all that kind of stuff. Because when I get my hands on one, I know who I'm making copies of.
How-
sure.
So
Big
Tim,
sis.
Tim, let me ask you this then, because what we talked about this just prior to is like what is required to really have change in our culture is solidarity. You know what I mean? Like we need more solidarity. What are your thoughts around it in our community?
Yeah.
And then let's go maybe to the Hakeem Littleton piece just a little bit.
Yeah.
So just for our listeners, Hakeem Littleton was a young man of 19 years old who I want to say it was the 9th or the 10th, July 9th or 10th last week on a Friday, pulled out his gun at a policeman, shot twice, and then he was executed, very much executed. And, in the middle of like the Black Lives Matter movement that's going on and all the social unrest in the country, people came out and protested immediately once it was found, once the camera footage came out. A lot of people in Detroit, black people in particular, was like he deserved it, and it kind of became one of those things where it was a divisive thing immediately. You know what I mean? It was the people on one side of it who was like, "Yo, it's more to the story," and why does a 19-year-old have a gun? And I feel like that was like 7% of the people. The other 93% of the city was like, "Yo, this is what happens, and you know better." So just some thoughts around solidarity, and I guess just moving into that whole social piece.
Yeah. That was heavy, and I don't want to take away from folks who feel like, we know you can't pull out a gun with a cop, especially. You can't do it. We know that, right?
Right.
But there's a deeper story there. You know what I'm saying? Because I be watching these young cats, and I'm like, at 18, 19, why are you even having to grapple with these type decisions? You know what I'm saying? Why are you walking down the street at 12 o'clock with a gun?
Mm-hmm.
Why you feel like you got to do that? And that stress that comes with that, we all been in them situations at some point in time, or our family members have, or our boys have, where you might think you might go to a party and you don't even know what's gonna really pop off. You know what I'm saying? And why are we dealing with like? Why are we dealing with that? Like, why are we there, and how do we get out of there? You know what I'm saying? And so for me, yes, unifying and how we unify, we cannot unify until we heal parts of ourselves. Because whenever we try to unify, we be on this polarization shit. We be on this Malcolm versus Martin shit.
Right.
This
I'm so
Du Bois
tired of that
versus
shit, man.
W.E.B. You know what I mean? This Booker T. This battle
Right.
that they keep us on.
Mm-hmm.
When actually we need Black Lives Matter, and we need, you know what I'm saying? We need both parts. We need protesters, yeah. So stop dogging the protesters. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they got to do that piece. You know what I'm saying? Then we need people growing food and getting the nation ready. Then we need herbalists. You know what I'm saying? We need all this shit.
You need everything inside of a community to be self-sufficient. You need all aspects, and you need all minds.
Okay. So back to Hakeem, like, how can we love on our babies to where when we know they are in these situations, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do we bring to the table that helps them through these situations? You know what I'm saying? So, conflict resolution, mediation, like, how do we stop these situations from getting to the point of escalation with a police officer? You know, that's where I'm kind of at. Like, and how can we grab that baby?
Them
You know what I'm saying?
F-ears.
How can we grab that baby before that happened? Because a lot of people didn't know a couple days before he got shot by the police, there was a lot of shit going on in that hood. We all know that when the block be hot as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody know what's going to happen next. You know
4th
what
of
I'm
July,
saying?
like 8 people shot or something crazy. It was something like several people died and 8 people shot just a couple weeks before over there. And it's crazy. That's my neighborhood. I'm that's blocks away. It's crazy because it's so fucking beautiful on one end of things. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it's such beautiful homes, long-term residents in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? People been there 40, 50, 60 years. And then it's this extreme opposite culture, man, of just like the mentality is just so warped with some of the young guys. You know what I mean? And it brings such a different vibe to the different parts of that neighborhood. And I guess just kind of going what you're saying, like how I see he can have that mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, and like you say, he's out in the middle of the day with a gun, ready, prepared to shoot somebody. Very much so prepared to shoot somebody.
And in actuality, him having a gun is an intelligent decision
Right.
based on what he's
Right.
dealing with in his circumstances.
Right.
Because he knew the block was hot. He knew his boy was hot. So that was the intelligent decision in that moment, actually. But point being is why are we creating these situations where we are in those making those decisions. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. I would love to have gotten that brother outside the neighborhood for a minute. If I knew it was hot over there, you know what I'm saying? Let's hit up to the lake. Let's do some fishing for a couple days, and unwind, take that stress off. You know what I'm saying? And get away from that situation for a minute and think about it differently. You know what I mean? Like what are we doing? What interventions are we doing before the police and after police? You know what I'm saying? Like police can't be the only intervention in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So we need them, but we also need to direct some funding into other interventions.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
It just made me think about the body and our immune system. Our immune system is so whack as a people that you need the police or the doctors to get you on some type of like, fuck that, bro. Like, take care of your own body. And you won't even need all of that. And they can take their time and energy and do something else.
We can't even imagine a world without police. But it was a world without police because we dealt with conflict.
Indeed. And we forget about the history of police and all of that. I'm not saying like erase all of them with nothing that,
Right.
that could cause some issues, but, we got to put aces in their places and put the proper perspective on situations too.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, this is a fantastic episode.
Nice. This your first episode back, right?
Yeah,
Second.
buddy.
Second,
Second
we did like a buddy episode just before this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
It wasn't nearly as cool as yours.
Not at all.
Thank
Not
you.
at all.
it had no type of substance in comparison. But
Guess who's not my selfie?
that's fine.
Booze.
So T,
Guess
can
what?
you run down where people can get in contact with you, follow
Sure.
you, all your handles, Instagram, Facebook, everything?
Sure. I'm T-Fire on Instagram and T@keepgrowingdetroit.org if you want to hit my email.
Fire is spelled Fiyah. Extra flavor in that fire.
T-Fire. That's the word
People
the
have been
Rastas
looking
call
up
me.
with fire.
T-Fire.
I can't find her. Fire. I can't.
But yeah, hit me up. Hit me up. I'm always down to help somebody start growing some food or talk through some of that stuff.
And that's the wave right now. If you're
Growing
not
food, yeah.
if you're not growing food, if you're not attempting to become self-sufficient,
You talking shit.
then you talking shit.
Yeah.
You dependent, especially I'm talking to my brothers out here that got families. If you dependent on this system to feed you and your family, like T mentioned in 2004 with the blackout, we was all at the mercy of a whole entity to feed our families.
With the exception of Baba Kalinde, whose lights were on, and he was extremely self-sufficient at the
And
time.
we talking about one of the top 0.00001% of our people. You know what I'm saying? Baba Kalinde was a different kind of dude.
Oh, for sure.
So if you out here and you flexing and you got all the coldest Jordans, the latest Fendi, this and that, and you not trying to build some food sovereignty, and you trying to, you know what I'm saying, get your people on to a certain level, then you sleep. If you're not hitting up T, getting your garden started in your backyard in a little plot of land, my brother Booze is flexing right now in the garden, and it's in his backyard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
ain't take no big plot of land.
Right.
My brother Asa got a garden in his crib right now.
Strawberries, peppers,
Flexing.
cilantro, love bushes,
Flexing.
self-regenerating electricity producing plants. Leos, we gotta be all
Sure.
back to you.
But yeah, if you out here, you living ass backwards. That's all I'm saying.
I love it.
Hit T up.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Man,
what you got? You got anything else you want to say, T?
Any final words for us, T?
Man, get out in the sun. Get out in the rain. Don't matter. Touch the earth. Take your shoes off.
Walk barefoot on that grass.
She got some stuff to tell you.
on that
Boy.
silica.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got nothing else.
Hey, man.
Walk barefoot on the grass.
I just want a big shout out and appreciate all of the people who are here really doing something about food sovereignty, making some noise. Shout out to Dominic Combs. Red Claw Conjure.
Boy.
Shout out to Raphael Wright. We say you every episode.
Yeah.
Barbara Malik, Yakini, Bryce.
Mhm.
Everybody out here who's really doing something and inspiring people, even if it's just one person. And we don't need everybody. We just need a critical mass.
Antonio Raphael,
Antonio
Boom.
Raphael.
Southwest Detroit. Jesus.
Yes, sir.
That's
Could
my
you balance
guy.
out? Could you balance out all that masculine energy with some feminine energy and like give you shout out some ladies,
Oh snap! It's so many ladies doing this work.
please?
Oh man, I don't wanna leave anybody out, but you know we got Mama Shakira, Mama Erin,
Bong, bong.
we got from DPC FSN, we got Mama Hanifa over there. We got
Mama
a
Hanifa.
couple Hanifas in the city doing work. We got so many sisters in this fight. I know brothers be like, where do I find the revolutionary sisters? Shit,
You're not
we out
looking.
here.
Detroit is so full of them.
Y'all gotta
You're
come
not
correct
looking.
though too, brothers.
Yeah.
I remember I spent like 5, 6, 7 years talking about, I want a queen, I want this, and blah, blah, blah. So I had to transform first. I kept on bumping my head because I wasn't being what I needed to be to magnetize that or deserve it. The universe not stupid.
Oh my God. Y'all
Universe
need to
know
do a
what's
whole
up.
episode on that.
You gotta come back and be the
On
guest
the
then.
love.
Yes, that'd be
You gotta
great.
come back and balance us out,
She ain't
correct
lying.
us, and
There's
set
a
the
lot of people
tone.
hurting out here.
We did one.
sure.
We did one before, but it was more like a segment. You know what I mean? Like we do a whole
Need to do
show.
a
be
whole
good.
show dedicated to
So
that.
we gonna bring you back for that then.
Whatever. Whenever.
That's gonna be the
Got
next
my
one for
number.
sure.
this
Gang,
the first
gang.
out of Tapfira's 10 to 15 episodes.
In the next 20.
She got a whole
Yeah.
series at that point.
Yes,
Honestly,
sir.
I was gonna say if you wanted to do like a panel discussion or something like that, we can always take over the stage down there. I actually help them do all the wiring and the speakers and all that kind of stuff. So if you wanted to get more than one person in at a time and you
Dave
wanted
is the
to,
GOAT.
a nice
Dave.
open air, so you don't have to worry about being clocked in the studio and all that stuff.
Boy, oh boy. That is definitely
Hey,
coming
man.
up.
That sounds like a project for us then, man.
That's definitely something we got to get together.
I
Then you'd have
appreciate
people
you.
show up and
That would
watch,
be so fly.
listen, ask questions.
I'm rocking with it. Yeah, that's downstairs out that door
Right
to the
there,
right.
right there.
Okay, cool.
Ah, that
cool,
would be
cool.
nasty.
We
That
did
would
one
be
with
nasty.
the Godfathers of Techno for Movement 2 years ago.
Wow.
And did that down there, and it had like that whole courtyard was just packed with people.
Was that you trying to put me up on techno and the events downtown
Mhm.
a couple years back? Dang, man. Okay.
Yeah, when Tempera, he's like the smartest guy in the world. Until
Wait,
it comes
what?
smartest guy. Sorry, it came out quickly. But he's the most ignorant when it comes to music, though. He's so illiterate with music.
Really?
I'm not. I'm so
I
not.
don't. I
We just had
imagine him in the
different
house
tastes.
like, ring
No, that's
It's a whole lot of gang
Jeezy
shit
playing.
going on
It's
in my-
Jeezy
in my
playing when
playlist.
it's Jeezy and T Grizzly
No
playing.
Ask him-
Jeezy. I've never played Jeezy.
Ask him
ever.
who he
I do have
meditates
some
to.
T Grizzly. I
Ask
got
him
some
who he
T-
meditates
some
to.
Fabio on the that East Coast.
Who would
What's
you
that?
say you meditate to?
Raekwon? Did he do the meditation?
No,
Uh,
not
keep-
at
keep
all.
giving him too
I
much
wish,
credit.
I
Too
wish
much
it was
credit.
that conscious.
Too much credit.
Back on 12 o'clock.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What?
He meditates to Meek
that's
Millie.
That's not a regular meditation for the record. That's more so mental practice and a discipline. Because the idea is if I can produce peace and poise in a meditative state with that amount of volume and
Facts.
ratchet ass shit from the external environment, if I can poise myself at home like that, when I'm out and about and the shit is hitting the fan,
That's
I
real
got a little
mental
more
training.
practice.
Actually, that is life. We in these meat suits practicing
Yeah.
in this rugged ass Detroit environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause when we get out of here, shit move faster. We on light beam, light speed. You know what I mean? And how we gonna make decisions then? But I ain't gonna go too far
Man.
into the asa mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Yeah.
all them goddamn,
yeah.
all them Buddhists, yogis, monks sitting on leaves on the top of a mountain away from the cities. That shit easy, bro. Anybody could do that and get bored. Like after a couple of days, I might as well sit still. Okay, bring your ass down to Detroit or Chicago or Atlanta or
And
something like
meditate
that.
through
Yeah, come on, bro.
Facts.
That's the
Yeah.
easy button.
Facts. Facts.
You want to so we do two things. We do appreciations before we leave, so we just do some, whoever we want to appreciate. But I wanted you to run down real
Why we ain't
quickly
bust out no astrology this episode? What happened to that part? I like that part.
because I got reprimanded by him and Ida for always bringing it up. Remember, like the
Oh,
last time I
that's
tried to.
right.
Remember the last time I tried to bring up
Stop
Star?
putting me under the microscope.
Yeah.
The Bulls
That was
just
the
does
whole
it
thing.
different. Bulls just be like, you could be a random person. Bulls would be like, yeah, so what do you think about the biomolecular structure they found out in that article that just came out this morning? at 8 a.m. And it'd be like crickets
Real quick
for
though.
like, nigga,
Real
what
quick
you
though, you got
mean?
90 seconds.
We about to wrap up the show. Come on.
This is why we rehearse
Anything?
shows. This is why we go through the
Head
material
ass
now.
nigga. All right.
This is why we go through material.
Anyways.
Could you run back through your organizations again and just like, what they are so people in the city know one more time?
Sure. Keep Growing Detroit. That's keepgrowingdetroit.org. That's the gardening organization. Detroit People's Food Co-op. Join the membership. It's $200, or you can break it down $20 a month for 10 months. Do it.
Boom.
And Black to the Land. You can follow us on IG or Facebook and come join us for some events.
That
we got
sounds so
some
cool.
we got some webinars popping off now for because we're in this situation.
Right.
But soon we'll be organizing. We got a Blacks on Kayaks event. We got get 'em on out there.
Oh, we going kayaking tomorrow. Check that out.
You going kayaking tomorrow? Why you ain't invite me, Negro?
You invited. What you mean?
My brother put it together.
And I joined the Blacks on Kayaks Facebook group recently. I've never kayaked before either, but tomorrow's going to be our first chance.
Shout out to my dog, Matt Mattoon. We went kayaking
Gassy-yakking.
on a team day like 4 years ago. I
Nice.
thought it was about to be the most boring and shit. And on the plan, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm about to go out with my coworkers and get paid. I'm about to get paid. I might just go hang with these niggas. We went out kayaking. I'm first 5 minutes in. We go through the little hump, sun shining. It's the most beautiful thing I've seen in my life. I'm like,
My
what
God.
the fuck?
Yes.
And I remember at that moment, he remembered how disconnected he was on a regular basis from nature. I'm like, what this stuff? I'm supposed to be living out here.
How you
I'm
supposed to be
tripping.
living? Yes.
We
Yes.
did it for like 3-4 hours. It felt like 30 minutes.
Yes. Oh my God. And the upper body workout.
Man.
Get ready, booze.
Oh, I'm ready.
I got a couple kayaks. Like, let's do it. I'm ready. Come on, let's go. Anyway, we're doing some hiking trips. We be doing camping trips. We go to the UP, visit folks. So yeah.
Shout out to KT the Arch degree.
You must, real
for that
fast, you
camping
must
experience.
you must make men fill out like applications to even go on dates with you. God almighty, bro.
Yo,
Help me, brother. Help me.
told you got bodyguards out here. No busters. No busters allowed.
Y'all can't even see her for real.
Unless you want your feelings hurt.
Good Lord.
Oh.
Or if you want to kill,
Wrap-
put that,
wrap this
put
up,
that
bro.
foot to your neck.
Wrap this show up.
Wrap the show up.
Okay.
All right, so let's do some appreciations. Yeah, who wants to go first? Akil.
I'm always down to appreciate. They always forward on the front of my mind is the most divine thing this universe has ever seen is the black woman. I can appreciate her all the time.
Did you see Akil say they and is? Did you see him put those together?
What did I,
After he bragged about Cass?
what did I do?
They is
Did I
the
say
grammatical.
they be the greatest.
It's cool, bro.
They be the greatest.
Hey, misery loves company. I'm just trying to pull you on my boat.
I
after
love
messing
my
up
I
altruism.
love my black mama. I love my black sisters. I love my divine sisters out here changing the paradigms.
Hashay.
You know, I'm gonna always ride for the black women, so I can appreciate them every episode. Cake.
You cannot follow that one. It's
Hey
hard to
man,
follow
yeah,
that
it's a
one.
wrap. So what he said for me, everything that Akil said. Shout out to
My
my
inbox
grandma,
about to be
daughter.
lit.
I got appreciation. And it's not to flatter our guest any further than what she's already been flattered all day.
She fly.
She is fly. You are definitely like,
Oh my God.
it is intimidating talking to you, but it's a good thing because we need more sisters like you to push brothers to be, to push themselves personally. You know what I mean? Like the standard, the bar is just too low. You know what I mean? And what the expectations are, and the women that are attracted to all the bullshit, the bar is just incredibly too low. My appreciation goes to, it's a little different because when you live in Detroit, I think when you get to a certain mind state, a lot of us leave, right? A lot of black people. So I got a homeboy I've been cool with since college, and he was mentioning why he left Detroit, and he was like, shit, you can't do shit and make no money and stay in the city, and you know what I mean? You can't, you gotta get out of there because they gonna just eat you alive, and with your mind that you have, and the mind that a lot of these people have who are the revolutionaries, the planting the seeds in the city, the minds of Ice and the Kill. You guys could leave here if you wanted to and leave this community for a more comfortable environment in a sense, you know what I mean? Where it's not the same disruption going on. It's not the same stigmatism attached to the city, you know what I mean? I appreciate the people like yourself in this room and even Dave for creating this outlet for us, for being here to help change this city. Because that is so important, and I think that's something that's so overlooked. The people who stay who move back to the neighborhood, the people who go and help out the kids, the people who really understand that there are other routes they can go that might be more appealing or cooler on IG and all this other shit. But they say, you know what, I'm putting that to the side because this is where I want to lay my roots, and this is the community I want to have an impact on. And I have a lot of appreciation and respect for all you individuals and you people, and especially people like yourself who not only do that and say I'm sticking around even though I'm intelligent enough to get out of it, but then also I'm going to help change the narrative of the people coming behind me. I'm going to help reestablish this community as best possible and put it in a different place, because without people like yourself in this room, things don't change. You know what I mean? Like it's just imperative, because it's just easy to leave. So thank you all for being here, and I sincerely I mean it. Thank you all for being in Detroit. Thank you all for being a part of my life. You included, Dave. I'm sincere.
Appreciate it.
Because this is important. This is what I tell them all the time. I politic or business is what I talk about, but this is what's important to me personally, and I'm just happy to be able to share that space with you guys, because you guys make it worthwhile to make me feel like we're going to actually change the world. So thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that was good.
I just wanted to say you sound like one of them old ass successful people that came back to the high school just to get the message at the end. I made it out. You can too. Yeah, no, that was touching for sure.
Thank you.
Oh, can I
What
get
you
one?
got? Yeah, of course.
Okay. Dang, that was deep. You want to get deep?
Deep, brother.
Shit, did you hear yourself talk for the past hour?
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Boy, oh boy.
I want to appreciate the brothers like you and people like y'all that are doing the work to unify in different ways, because it's not easy. Sometimes we have a lot of different obstacles to unifying. You know, we got to do that work that checks ourselves. Even if you're unifying in a relationship, you're unifying within a business setting. It takes a lot of work to check yourself, look at yourself. Did I do that right? Did I do that wrong? Admit the shit that you did wrong in order to come together and do that healing work. And that shit hard work, and you don't get no praise for it. You don't get no praise for admitting your shit. You know what I mean? So it's tough work, and I appreciate y'all brothers that are doing that work. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that.
For sure.
Wow.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Shout out to all the sisters who serve as inspiration for brothers that's out here doing work. You know? Because to my knowledge, no matter how rich, how powerful, how successful you are, if you're a brother, you doing it trying to impress it's some woman out there. You trying to catch her attention or something. So shout out to those women who serve as that springing board and that catalyst, for that energy and those brothers.
That's dope.
Big
All right.
facts.
So that's wrapping it up for the High Vibe, guys. It was an excellent motherfucking episode.
My gosh.
Y'all gonna have to bleep that out when we do something with the kids in the future. But I had to, man. The energy.
Feel the vibration.
Come on. And we out this piece.
Peace.
Peace.